How's it going, everybody? Erick and Brad Show, episode 56. Erick and Brad Show, episode 56. You can email the show after you subscribe to it at erickandbradshow@gmail.com, erickandbradshow@gmail.com. It's going to be a great show today. Erick did a bunch of technical changes to his setup, and he accidentally hacked into a gas pipeline while he was doing it and shut down a pipeline on the East Coast. And then Brad's going to just settle back into doing the show. Yeah. erickandbradshow@gmail.com. My name's Brad. This is Erick. How's it going, man?
Good. How are you doing?
I'm doing all right. I'm tired and I'm nervous. But it's good to see you.
Nervous about?
Doing a podcast.
Yeah, it's been so long. You don't remember how to do it?
Exactly.
No reason to be nervous. So let's get into it. How was Idaho?
Oh, it was okay. It was a lot of driving. I mean, 750 miles one way.
Yeah, that's fucking.
So it's two full days of driving, and I was there for, I guess there's 1 full day of driving there, 1 full day of driving back. So I was there for 5 days then, seeing a bunch of people, and I got blessed with some good weather and stuff like that. And I don't know, I was trying to form an opinion the whole time on how I felt, and it was really hard to do because it just felt like a nice vacation town. It doesn't really feel anymore like returning home. It honestly felt like yesterday when I pulled back in here that good, I'm glad I'm finally back home. And that's just a weird thing. But it's nice to just see people there and stuff like that. But I still have the feeling, like almost immediately I had the feeling of it's just a dead end. Just a dead end going in circles town. And I was like, oof.
How long have you been gone? Out of St.
Well, this time I came back here in May 2018.
Oh, okay.
3 years ago.
Yeah, it fucking I'd say about 4 years ago when I went back, that was when it was like, yeah, I don't live, this isn't home. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And it makes Sandpoint cooler to me.
Yeah.
Like now you see, I don't know, it's so different growing up there. You don't see the town the same way. Like pulling in, you're like, dude, this town is dope. You know what I mean? Like it's dope. You get why people come like it's a tourist town. You know what I mean? Like this is a fucking amazing town. Like you got the fucking beach, you got all these cool shops. You know what I mean? This is dope as shit.
Yeah, but it just didn't feel like, it just didn't have a feeling of like longevity, or I don't know what it is. But it's probably not like, oh, it's your first time there. You're probably like, I could live here. It's just my PTSD of just
they have no idea. People who haven't been there.
Yeah, of just feeling stuck there and feeling going in circles. Well, there's nothing left for me. And I told that to multiple people I visited with. I was just like, there's just nothing for me here. It's cool to visit. And the people that I visited, and I told every one of them too, I'm like, it's a short list of people I want to visit. And they're like, my buddy Casey's like, well, what's the list? And I was like, and I named the people I was visiting. I'm like, yeah, that's about it. I named like 4 people. I'm like, that's about my list of people. Yeah. But it was nice be there for Mother's Day and get out of town and get away from work. And
I didn't think about it. Is that why did you schedule it around Mother's Day or just happen?
Yeah, I did schedule it around Mother's Day. Yeah.
Oh, that's very sweet of you. Wait,
Son of the year.
Did you do anything you care to talk about, or is that private?
No, we just hung out at my mom's house and had dinner, and the dogs played and stuff. I didn't get her anything. My gift was driving 750 miles.
The gift was me, okay?
Yeah.
Gift is me.
Yeah. Exactly.
Hell yeah, dude, I'll tell you what. I mean, it changed when the parents got the boat. I feel like for me, now I go there and I don't want to see a fucking person. You know what I mean? It's like I just want to see my parents and that's it. Like there's like one person that pretty much gets a pass on that. And it sucks because I have friends there, but it's like, dude, it is so much nicer to go there, get on the water, and just fucking relax and just like, this is great.
Yeah.
Then now I can enjoy this city. And it's nice when I have to run into town and I don't run into anybody. It's like just all strangers that I see. It's like, this is great. This is awesome.
It's very strange because it's like I stayed out of a lot of grocery stores and stuff like that. I mean, I went into a couple grocery stores and just rolled the dice, and went into a couple restaurants and stuff and rolled the dice. Didn't really bump into anybody. I went into one restaurant and it was packed, full of people, standing room, a line of people waiting, and I didn't know anybody in there. And I was like, "Whew!"
What restaurant?
Nice. McDuff's.
McDuff's. Yeah. Yep. Yeah, last time I was there, I went to McDuff's. Didn't know any of the waiting staff.
The new one?
No, I went to the old one.
Oh, nice. Okay, yeah.
Oh, that's right. They bought the Ponderay Winery or something, right?
No. It's in that big old building by the hospital.
They bought the fucking old library. That's right. Yeah. Is it dope as shit in there?
It's very dope. It was packed full of people. I had to sit at the bar.
So how do they... Is it just a small area, or do they have shit out? Because it's a relatively big building.
Oh, shit everywhere. They probably tripled their seating.
And they're brewing in there too, or?
I have no idea.
Oh, you don't see like how in the other one you see big fucking whatever you call those goddamn tanks?
No, they might be brewing somewhere else. Anyway, it was okay. I mean, I'm glad I did it. I'm really glad I did it. For the guy who never takes a day off work, I feel like I needed to do this. And I still have like another week off. So I have a ton of shit I want to do around here. And I was sort of chomping at the bit to get back here and start getting some stuff done.
Well, maybe I can give you some inspiration, because we had a weird down period at work. And I went to another job for a week. And then at the end of that week, they were going to bring me back. But they were like, man, we're trying to find shit for you to do. I was like, I'll take a week off.
Yeah.
I was like, I'll just do the week off. Dude, I have been on a fucking rampage around here.
Yeah.
Fucking, dude, I just built a fence around dude, I'll send you some pictures. Fucking.
Nice.
It is dope as fuck. I went all out, fucking talked to the neighbor, was like, explained what I want to do. It was like, I want to build a fence through here. I tore out this old shed, tore out all this fence. And I'm like, you don't have to pay me anything. I was like, I know how this works, blah, blah, blah. And I was like, I'll tell you what it cost in the end, but fucking you pay me whatever you want. But then when I started like looking through fence designs and shit, and I don't know, that's like, I was getting off on it. Like, oh, that's dope. That's a cool idea. Oh, I'll do that. Oh, okay. And then the material, I was like, well, fuck, I'll do it all out of cedar, which one fucking wood right now is extremely expensive. And then cedar is expensive on top of that anyways. And I was just like, fuck it, I'm going all out. I'm doing the best fence I can. I'm making the dopest fence I can. So I've been doing that for like 3 days now, doing this fucking fence. And it is, I'm fucking giddy. Replaced a bunch of blinds in the house, did this whole setup that y'all see behind me right now. Fucking, I've been on one. I've been working. I'm working more now than I do at work. Like I get up at 7 and I don't stop working until about 10 o'clock at night. And then fucking, it's nice though. It's fucking rewarding.
Yeah, I might do some blind stuff, but I came back to a new fence, and I was very happy about that. I was halfway across.
You've had a lot of fence talk on this on this show.
I was halfway across Montana, and my landlord called me and was like, "Your fence is done." I'd been watching them build it the whole time on my security cameras, but I was like, "Fuck yeah, man!" And I'm like, "I'm halfway across Montana, so I'll be back. I'll see it." It's so nice. Just that vinyl, white, solid privacy fence is just all Brad wants. It is fucking great.
Hell yeah.
Buckwood. And then I'm getting a new deck, and I'm getting new siding and a new roof. So it's like, and I just jumped. I was like, I could take a day to just relax from all this vacationing and driving. But I just jumped right at it today and started scrubbing the windows, and I got a whole new idea for my security cameras. I don't know if you're supposed to talk about it, but I hate the ones I have right now, but I know which ones I want, so I'm going to buy them and get them set up. It's going to be so much better. And it's going right now.
Quality of camera or something like that.
Yeah,
or
quality of camera, and also like the ones I have right now are constantly down when I'm trying to access them, and I'm like, fucking goddamn it, why don't you just work? And they're constantly down, and they're $10 a month for the cloud storage. So these new ones I'm getting are $2 a month for cloud storage. It's gonna be so much better.
Hell yeah.
I'm excited. Yeah.
You find them online, or you do every time I go to Costco, I always end up in the security camera section, like,
that
would be cool.
No, I found them online. I was just talking to a buddy there, and I was asking him what he was using, and he showed me. So then I Googled them and was like, what are my thing about the cameras is if I want to put them outside, I have to find a camera that can handle the cold. So I'm like, that's my biggest thing is I need the camera that can handle the cold. And these ones I was reading on Reddit, people are like, oh yeah, dude, we're using them in Wyoming. They handle up to -50 and they're working fine.
Oh.
And I'm like, fuck yeah, dude, that's exactly what I wanted to hear.
Oh, that's the problem you're having? They shit out when they're cold? Huh.
No, these ones shit out when it's nice out. But the ones I have right now, I fucking hate.
It's not, are you doing like the Ring or the Blue or something like that? Or are they just some brand?
No, the ones I'm going to buy are Wyze cameras, WYZE. They're $20 a camera and $2 a month for the cloud storage.
Hell yeah.
You do not need to be spending like $300 on camera setups,
Hell yeah. I have yet to do that. I do want to do that though.
You should do it. It's really beneficial, I think.
Hell yeah. So do you listen to any good audiobooks on the way down?
Nope, did not.
Down?
Nope. I could have, but let's see. Oh yeah, so your new setup. You got a nice new fancy setup there.
Do you like it? So for people listening, I text Brad and was like, "Hey, check this out." And he's like, "Yeah." I'm like, "Okay." I think it's dope, but I guess fucking Brad doesn't think it's very dope.
Well, it looks dope. I just have to see how it, time will tell.
Time will tell. I thought you'd be like, fuck yeah, that's rad as shit. Once I started getting into it, I was like, this is fucking dope as fuck.
It looks cool.
I was sick of sitting, I don't know. I was sick of sitting fucking, I don't know, like how you're sitting. It was, I don't know. I watch all these podcasts and the way they have it set up, I like the way they are a lot is, like Tiger Belly and shit. The camera, they're in like a room and the cameras are like way back, like into them. I just like it so much more.
Dude, I used to have the camera where I had a whole room behind me and you were giving me shit.
Well, yeah, but it wasn't like done up. It was like your bed
I thought it was.
And a fucking dresser. Yeah, you put a blue light down the thing. You're like, it's great backdrop.
Yeah. Well,
okay.
Whatever. Maybe I'll change my shit.
Is that why you're grumpy with me? You're like, oh, I thought we were doing backdrops.
I thought I was told to get to have a backdrop situation. That was a long time ago.
I think what you're doing looks way better. And I think this looks way better than just gray.
I'll have to see it when it's done, finished video. And then your solo episode.
Okay, let's talk about it.
Thank you for doing it.
Yeah.
I appreciate the effort.
Yeah, was it horrible?
Well, it was interesting. Not how I would have done it, but you did it in 3 parts, a little bit each day. And, it was very, like part 1 and part 3 were pretty fucking good, I thought. But then somewhere in the middle, there was like part 2, which was like 45 minutes. And it was just the oddest episode thing that I've ever heard in my life. It was just a lot of coughing and apologizing. Just...
yeah,
sorry.
I don't know what was going on. I had a little fucking bunny in my throat.
Sorry, guys. And the next Reddit question: what's your favorite color? I should have thought about this before I read this. At one point, I actually fell asleep driving across Montana and drove off through a barbed wire fence into a farmer's field, and then I woke up and I was like, "Holy fuck!" It was interesting.
Yeah. Well, sorry, I didn't have a plan, and I felt like I needed to do it. So, y'all get.
But then you came back the part 3, and then you were back on fire again, and I was like, that was fucking crazy.
Huh? Okay. Well, rock and roll.
Rock and roll.
I'll tell you what, it is nice being able to smoke cigarettes and fucking drink beer. I'll tell you what, it's nice, and not have to worry about.
Don't drink too much beer.
Get out of here.
Oh, boy.
Dude, I got a fence to get back to, so I'm not going to get fucked up. I'll tell you that much. But I am going to crack a beer. Because it feels great. It's a great... Dude, it's like 80 degrees outside. It's fucking awesome. It's great.
Yeah, it's 80 degrees here. I was outside scrubbing my windows on the outside. People are having yard sales. People are fucking mowing. People are cleaning their houses out. I'm like, Jesus Christ, dude. It's like everybody gets, well, especially here, once it gets nice weather, people feel alive again after their shitty hibernated frozen winter.
I don't know how you do that shit. Don't know how you do that shit. Oh, okay. Oh, let me get it. Okay. Yeah. Let me talk about the bachelor party. Fucking dope. We broke all the rules here in Oregon. We broke all the rules in Oregon. We had 15 fucking dudes in a house together doing it, which is a no fucking go in fucking Oregon. You know what I mean? Uh-huh. No go. We had a goddamn blast. I passed out every day by about 4 p.m. for the night. Like, got so
This was your bachelor party?
No. This was a buddy of mine's bachelor party. And I just was the drunkest girl at the party every single night. And just by 4 p.m., we'd just walk off to, everyone had their own room and everything. And we had this huge fucking house. Huge. It was, nice. We got an Airbnb, and it was like $1,000 a night, $1,100 a night or something like that.
Jesus.
It was a dope ass Airbnb. It was sick as fuck. Pool tables. Fucking, they had a sauna in the house. I had a sauna. They had a hot tub. It was a dope ass fucking Airbnb on the beach in Lincoln City, Oregon. And fucking, so anyways, that was all good. But then one of the nights, we all went down to the casino. And fucking, dude, I was on a goddamn roll. Made 1,500 fucking bucks at the casino. Fucking
doing what?
Roulette, baby. Fucking, dude. And God. I did 1,500 bucks in about a grand total of, I did it in 2 sections. Like, I went to the table and played like 8 hands, and then got off the table, and then went back and played like another 8 hands. And the kid whose fucking wedding it was, our bachelor party, I think I gave him $200 because I won a bunch of money, and I was like, yeah, here's $200, go play. And then I went back and fucking, so maybe 15 hands, 16 hands, fucking $1,500. Dude, I was doing crazy bets. Dude, betting like almost $300-400 in one spin. Just fucking, here's $400. Let's do this thing. And the people around like, Jesus Christ. And you'd hear me from across the room, woo! Fuck yeah! Fucking nailing it. Yeah. And I was drunk as shit. It was great. It was fun. It was so fun. It was great.
So you left with 1,500?
No, after giving him... Dude, I don't. When I woke up in the morning, again, another night of being super drunk, I think I woke up, and I had a bunch of cash on me to begin with. And so I was trying to figure it out the next morning. But I remember saying, like, when I gave him the 200, I was like, dude, I've won $1,500. But I woke up with like I figured about $900 extra than what I walked in with. So I was like, fuck yeah.
Damn.
It was great. It was great.
Yeah, bachelor parties can be not great though. And I was thinking almost going to bring this up when I was talking about how I went to the mall and went to Spencer's, and there was a huge section in there of strictly bachelorette party shit, which is all just penis lollipops and straws and hats and shit. And look, there's been a time or two where old Brad's been out on the town and it's been late.
Got a little penis hat and fucking...
No. And one time at Downtown Crossing specifically, where I've bumped into a bachelorette party or two, and it never looks that fun. I feel like, here's the thing, I feel like bachelor parties is like 50-50, and bachelorette parties are 100% stupid. I think. It's just a whole different thing. Like, you know what I mean? Like, and a bachelor party can end up with like what I've seen in my day is guys like going bowling or playing poker, and it seems really fucking stupid. Or the bachelor party can end up with like half the guys like running a train on a hooker. But the bachelorette parties are like, they're running around with like penis lollipops, and it's just like, oh my God.
Yeah, I felt this kid, I mean, he invited, it was such a good, I didn't know any of these dudes, but it ended up, I was like, this is the best group of guys you could ever have together. Like,
they're awesome.
They're all old, older, like 35 to 40, you know what I mean? So more mature old. And fucking, the kid said because there's some not questionable characters, but there's some people that have been known to do some dumb shit. And he said like right off the bat, they like sat everyone down. They're like, no drugs. Like there's no drugs here. You know what I mean? No drugs, no women, no fucking strippers, no hookers, none of that shit. Like,
oh, come on.
Fucking no, but it ended up being, dude, so fun. We went shooting, which I'm not a big fan of shooting, but it actually was fun to go with 15 people because everyone, you know, there was a dude there with a suppressor on an AR, which that was fucking cool. You know, that was cool to shoot. And then I took my Benelli M4. So there's just a shitload of guns. Did that one day. Then we did the casino one day. And then it was just gambling. Then we played poker. We just did cash games in the house. Just every minute, pretty much every minute of the 2-3 days we were there was just always cash games going. So you just walk in, put money down, and there'd always be like 8 people sitting there playing. And then go out in the back porch. Dude, this kid, I'm going to buy one. Supposedly they sell them at fucking Costco. The guy was telling me, he's like, oh yeah, you get them at Costco. Dude, it was so nice because we had a balcony, but it was on the 3rd story of this house. And fucking that's where like everyone was hanging out. He brought a fucking propane fire pit. And dude, this thing put out some fucking heat. And I don't know if you've ever been to the beach, but it can be 60 and it's fucking cold because the fucking wind is just nonstop. But we took that fucking, you know what I mean? And just 60 and wind just gets fucking, you can't just wear a t-shirt outside. You know what I mean? You're like, fuck, it's fucking cold. We had that little fire pit going the whole time. It was great. And, you know, didn't have to build a fire. It didn't smell like fire. I was like, I'm getting one of these. This thing's dope as shit. It was putting out a flame like this tall, you know, like fucking 1.5 feet wide. It was nice.
That is nice. I've gotten the idea of being like, I'm going to build a fire pit in my backyard. And I did it. And then it kind of just became a pain in the ass that I never used because I was like, it's hard to put it out. And as soon as it gets going, I want to go back inside. I don't want to stand out here. But if you could just do an on-off switch, you're privileged.
Yeah.
That's nice.
I disagree with you there. I love starting fires. And I'll sit out there. I think it's because I don't know, I'm a drinker. So I can just sit there and drink and smoke. And I don't know, it's like a whole thing. And you get a fire. I can sit there for 3-4 hours and just be completely content by myself. It's like, fuck yeah, it's great. Get one other person there, it's great. Just sit by the fire, do that. But my problem is wood. Wood's a motherfucker. Because the cords, you know, I'm not in Idaho. It's not like it's less easy to go get wood. And then if you buy wood off someone, dude, cord of wood here, I can't remember what it is, but it's fucking expensive. It's like $200 or something like that for a cord of wood.
Yeah, I'm sure.
So it's Yeah.
But that does sound nice though.
Yeah. Yep. It was fun.
Bachelorette. I've never heard a good story of a bachelorette party. It just
Bachelorette.
Seems...
I can't, dude. Oh, yeah. Women, sexist as this may seem, women I feel like have problems planning shit to where like, I don't know, you get a girl and she'll be like, okay, let's plan this, and she'll like plan all these things, and it's like, oh, that just doesn't sound fun. I don't know. And then they're like all in competition with each other, kind of. There's women always have this like weird thing, whereas like men can do that too, but you can get a group of dudes together where they're just not thinking. You know what I mean? Like they're just like letting things happen to them. You know what I mean? It's just like, oh, okay, you know, woo, and then just get drunk. There's no. You can get egos, but if you can get past the egos, then you just got a bunch of dudes hanging out, just having fun, laughing.
Yeah. It's just and guys don't need like, okay, we're not gonna all buy the same hat, or we're all gonna have the same cup. Like we'll all go out with the same fucking cup or anything
there was
like that.
Zero gimmick. No gimmick. You know what I mean? Like,
yeah.
It's like we're gonna go shooting, we're gonna gamble, and we're gonna drink. And then one night we did the big dinner. They went and bought a bunch of oysters and did a bunch of taco, you know what I mean? And then everyone just cooked and
and the bachelorette, they'll all have like the same shirt, like Johnson wedding 09 or something. And there's like a lot more money spent on gimmicks as opposed to money being spent on the important things like alcohol and strippers and ammo. Like they're buying, you know, penis squirt guns and matching shirts. And I don't know. It's weird. I mean, you do you, but for me, when I was looking at the merchandise in Spencer's for bachelorettes, I was like, oh, God. But at the same time, a bachelor party can be shitty.
Oh, yeah.
but can be awesome also. So I'm glad to hear that one was awesome.
Yeah.
Oh, I'm sorry. Let's see.
The one thing. So I'm so sorry. I really didn't bring much to the table this week. Sorry, because I can't believe it's Saturday. I did this project, did the blinds, and then started fence, and fucking 4 or 5 days just flew by. And I don't know when I'm that involved in a project. It's funny at work I can kind of come up with things, but I'm working harder the last 4 or 5 days than I ever do, because I'm just like on a rampage to get shit done, because I feel like I got 1 week to get as much done as absolutely possible, and then I don't have time to do this shit anymore. So it was hard for me to come up with shit, but I did have to go to the hospital to get x-rays for the finger, and I don't know why it hit me, but I don't even know how I came across this. I think I was looking something up, like if police... Oh, I was looking up how the different ways you can carry a gun inside your car and it be legal without having a concealed weapons license. You know what I mean?
Okay.
Because I was like, what? Because I was like, in a truck, they say the law is it can't be accessible. Like from the driver position, the gun can't be accessible. So it can't be in your center console. It can't be in your glove box. But I was like, in a truck, there's literally nowhere in the car but that's bullshit. You know what I mean? Why can't I have, you know what I mean? There's nowhere in a truck that it's not accessible, because I can reach anything in my truck. You know what I mean? Like, but anyways, that was a whole rampage I was going down. But what I came
across.
No.
Okay.
No. And I'm not going to just leave it in the back, just flopping around back there. But anyways,
like a toolbox with a lot. You know what I mean?
No. I know what you're saying. Yeah. But then what came up is terahertz wave technology. Have you ever heard of this? So I know that police cars, they now, because I remember talking to my brother's a cop in Spokane, my brother-in-law, and he says like the newer police cars, like all the new police cars, it's not like the car itself has a camera in it that's hooked up to a computer that is scanning license plates as they drive by, and it'll tell the cop when there's a stolen car. Like he'll just be driving down the road, and a little thing, I don't know exactly how it works, but something in the car will be like, hey, a stolen car is right next to you, or I don't know, or if an alarm just starts going off or something. So it tells them if there's a stolen car. But I guess this new technology they're going to put inside fucking police cars is terahertz wave technology. Makes it possible for the device to detect concealed weapons and explosives from more than 80 feet away. So it's like it fucking x-rays your car. So the next fucking wave of cop cars can just x-ray your car, and they'll know if you have a gun inside the car. Is that not fucking bananas?
That's really well, it's not like that means they're gonna fucking flip around and pull the car over.
No, because
it's probably just for when they do pull the car over and they're sitting behind it.
They know that there's a gun. No, it all makes sense. It's just
that's crazy.
I've never thought about it, and it's like, man, that's pretty bananas. Like that's I don't know. Bananas. It's 5 years ago that would have seemed like crazy. You know what I mean? Yeah. And it's like as things progress technology wise, it's like, well, yeah, that makes sense. I wonder what in 5-10 years, when there's going to be such crazy technology. It's literally getting to the point where you can't be a criminal. There's no way to be a criminal. Like, you know what I mean? Mm-hmm. Things are going to be so surveillance is going to be everywhere. Computers will just be doing the job for the cops. You know what I mean? Like, it'll just be like, oh, this person's doing something bad. And then they'll be like, oh, who's doing that? And look on a computer. The computer will be like, this dude is doing this right now. And you'll be like, oh, okay, let's go arrest him. It'll be like Minority Report type fucking thing. We're not far away. Minority Report's a little crazy, like future telling. But we're almost to the point where like you literally can't get away with it. Like there's no getting away with it.
Yeah, that's fucking
unless nuts. You're crazy smart.
And and I'm sure they're doing it already. Well, you can pretty much say that they are, but it's going to be where like the cop's behind you, he could turn on his lights, but then all he's going to do is push a button in his car, and your car is just going to pull over.
Yeah, your new Tesla, you're gonna let go. You have no fucking control of it.
You're gonna let go of the wheel. Yeah, which I'm sure they're already doing. Like, oh, it's a high-speed chase in a Tesla, and someone's just gonna be like, all right, we're just gonna shut it down or something. I'm sure they can do that.
Wait.
But it's gonna be like where the cop the patrol officer can do it.
That has to already be a thing. What happens if you're in a Tesla and you try to run from a cop?
I'm sure they just shut it down.
Like, yeah, does the car just know? Yeah. Like, no, you can't just run from a cop right now. Dude, we got to look into that. I wish we had fucking Jamie, in the background. Like, hey, Jamie, look this up. You know what I mean? So we didn't have to look it up because we obviously can't do that. But
well, I'll go out on a limb and say you can already do that. But I think in 5 years, like the patrol officer is just going to do it instead of like calling the Tesla factory, being like, "Hey, we need you to shut this car down." The patrol officer is going to be like, "Boop, you're not going anywhere."
Yeah,
but you're thinking like if you're in your house,
will just already do it. It like the police won't even have to do it. It has a camera looking behind them, right? Like Tesla has that already. Yeah. So the car is going to know like, oh, a cop's pulling you over. You have to pull over. Like, no. And you like try to hit the gas and it's going to be like, no, you ain't doing anything. And just like, fuck.
Just pops all the forward doors open and the trunk. You're like, fuck.
Just seat just fucking pops you out. Fucking.
Yeah. Fucking. But you're thinking like, say in your house and you like murder somebody. They're going to get like an alert at the police station being like, ping.
Somehow, right now that seems ridiculous, but it's going to be like, dude, fucking, it'll be like your fucking, what are those? I don't have any of those. What are those fucking Amazon or Google fucking
Alexa
things? Yeah. Alexa's going to be like,
oh, fuck.
Alexa's just going to be like, he just fucking, yeah.
That's a good point. And then Brad's gonna be alone in his house watching like Reservoir Dogs, and Alexa's gonna be like, he just killed somebody, and I'm gonna get fucking SWAT teamed because she's hearing the movie.
Did you see that fucking
Warfare?
I mean, this is kind of on the same page, and I don't really know much about it. I just saw a TikTok pull up on this thing, but I guess it seemed like it was recent. They had like a Google rollout type thing, like Steve Jobs used to do. I don't know what you call those, like a conference where they're like bringing out a new technology or whatever. But they showed a video of like the new Google Assistant. Like, so it was just like he's on his phone or whatever, and he goes, "Hey Google, set me an appointment, a nail appointment on Tuesday." And then the guy's explaining, he's like, "Okay, this is a real phone call that was made." And so you say that to your phone, and then in the background, your phone makes a phone call to the nail salon. You don't hear any of it. Like your phone just acts off. It's just off, but it's actually making a phone call, calls the nail salon, and then you hear the conversation, and it's like, are you okay? And then the fucking conversation was like, the lady answers like, "Hello," and then the phone just talks to him and is like, "Hello," and it sounds like a real person, but it's a computer, and they're just like, "Hello, I want to make an appointment for fucking 10 a.m. Sunday," and they're like, "Oh, sorry, we don't have we're booked. Then we can fit you in at 12." And the computer just does it all. Just doesn't ask you any questions. Just makes the appointment. Talks to a human, and the human didn't even know they were talking to a fucking robot. And then and then it's in your calendar, and just done. I don't know. I thought that was pretty fucking dope. That would be
pretty stupid.
It's how the world's gonna be. You know what I mean? Everything's just gonna be fucking. There's just gonna be 90% of the population is just gonna be like 800 pounds and just fucking
and never
wheeling
talk to each other.
Their Tesla wheelchair will just wheel them out to their car and just fucking poop them into their car and
yeah. I wonder if cars now, like, how. I don't know if I'm reaching, but it's like, say your car just goes to get food for you. I mean, I've seen those little robots in like New York City that I think are rolling around on their own, delivering items. Maybe your car just leaves the garage, goes to the restaurant, and they just drop that. It goes through the drive-thru or something. They just drop the bag of food in the driver's seat, and your car comes back to you. I mean, if that's not that's one thing. They're just going to be delivering the food with automated vehicles. But I'm sure your car could go to like Walmart pickup and just back right in, and they just load it up and it comes back and pulls into your driveway.
Yeah. I don't know. We'll see what, everyone can speculate, but it's usually like one technology just kind of takes over. I think the drone thing, like almost the South Park gimmick would be the dopest, to where drones just fucking do everything. You just look up and you see drones fucking flying everywhere, and they're all just automated fucking going.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's very, very possible.
Yeah, we'll see.
Nuts.
About 10 years.
People just shooting them out of the sky with shotguns. So some things I did listen to. I don't know. The day before I was going to do my drive, I already felt like I don't have enough stuff planned to listen to, and I was trying to think, because on the radio show I listened to from 10 years ago, they did a whole hour-long segment once of the best road trip albums, and a bunch of callers were calling in and giving names of albums and stuff of what the best road albums to listen on road trips were, and I couldn't fucking remember any of them, and I was trying to find it, and I couldn't find it, and I was like, fuck, why can't I remember any of them? But the only thing I could remember was someone saying Exile on Main Street by the Rolling Stones, so I was like, all right, I'll commit, and I wanted albums that I'd never heard before. I didn't want to jump into an album I already knew. I was like, I am open to listening to a brand new album from start to finish that I've never heard before. That'd be good on a road trip. So I remember Rolling Stones' Exile on Main Street. I'm like, boom, I'll do that. And then the other album I thought of wasn't an album that people were naming on that list of road trip albums, but it's an album that I've heard for almost my whole life, of people saying it's one of the greatest albums of all time, and I'd never heard it before. And I know if any like music people or buffs are listening, probably Eric's friends or whatever, like, I get that I would be run out of town for saying that, but they'd always say that, like, this album, OK Computer by Radiohead, was like one of the greatest albums of all time.
Such a good fucking album.
I was like, all right, I'll put that on the list too. And it may not be a good road trip album, but I'll just do it just to listen to it from start to finish or whatever. So I listened to both of those from start to finish, like not shuffling around, just track by track, like old school. And listened to the OK Computer one first by Radiohead. And I have to say, it's very weird for me. And that's what I was thinking on that movie Parasite and stuff, where it's like, I'm appreciating the greatness while I'm consuming something, as opposed to like weeks later being like, all right, yeah, it was great, which is usually how I work. But to actually have that thought while I'm consuming a movie or music is rare for me. But during that album, I was like, wow, this is actually really fucking good. And it was just weird because it wasn't like, it's clearly like a concept album, but it wasn't like like a radio album or like something maybe I would just like pick a single song out of. Like, it was really cohesive all the way through, but it was so like musically great that it was making my brain think of all these weird, really like deep things about life while I was listening to it. And I'm like, Jesus Christ, that's actually a really good album that to listen to from front to back. And I know that I'm 20 years too late to the party.
I've never done that album start to finish. I know the album. I've listened. I've like brought it up before and like listened to tracks on it. And I know there's at least one song that's a very popular Radiohead song that's on that album, if not a few of them.
That one.
I do a few things about that. I'm not the biggest Radiohead fan. I am a fan. I would absolutely go see them. Like, fuck yeah. But I did one time. I had Palladia on a TV. Have you ever seen that channel? It's called Palladia. It's fucking cool channel. It's one of those like you have to pay for. It's like a HBO, it's like a high-end channel or whatever. But they just do like studio. It's just all music shit, but it's all, I don't know, just weird shit you're gonna find. Either live performances, a lot of it's just studio shit. I watched a set-in session with Radiohead, and I was like, these guys are way different than I thought they were. It was fucking badass. It was so fucking cool. The way they did it, and they just like, everyone was like changing positions and just, I don't know. They had all these cool fucking, and then he was like super into like old vintage fucking shit. They had like all these weird machines, and he'd like be singing into it, and he'd be like tweaking it as he's like singing into it. I was like, okay, these guys are actually fucking cool as fuck. So yeah, Radiohead's dope as shit.
It was like I was like listening to like a masterful painting. It was fucking weird, dude. And you don't get those feelings about music, you know.
Well, it's so weird with music. I've thought about this a lot listening to music. It's so hard to appreciate a song the first time you hear it. You know what I mean? It's almost with any song. There's very few songs, and I'll give them like that's why I love like a lot of music people hate, because I'm like, dude, the first time I heard this song, I was like, that's actually a really good song. Like Taylor Swift's 1989. That's why, like, the first time I heard some of those songs, I was like, that's a really good song. Like, it's catchy. Okay, whatever you want to say. Or like when you hear Katy Perry's Roar, it's like the first time you hear it, it's like, okay, this song makes sense. It's good. A lot of music I love, it has to grow on you. It's like Modest Mouse. I fucking hated Modest Mouse when I first heard him. I was like, this music sucks. But it was something, you know, I heard something on TikTok the other day talking about some dude trying to be all like super smart about it. And I won't be able to convey it the way he was conveying it. But this is like a psychology thing with music, is, as he was explaining, it was, there's something in psychology where it's like you fucking, it's almost like it becomes nostalgia, and that's why you love music. You know what I mean? It's like has less to do than you actually like the music more than it's there's a term for it. It's like it's just repeating something so many times you trick your brain into thinking you like it. You know what I mean? And it's like you're just like, no, this is great music, and it's like, no, it's like a trick. You're a nostalgia fucking thing. Yeah, it's so hard to. And I fucking hate that with, I don't know, bands you love, and then an album comes out. You know what I mean? So many times I have to be like, I can't judge this album right now. You know what I mean? You have to give me, you have to give me a month to fucking absorb this album, listen to it, to let me to where you're anticipating drops and anticipating like, okay, that's cool. Yeah. But yeah, to actually sit down and be like, okay, that's fucking dope. That's dope what they're fucking doing. That's a rare fucking feeling. Super rare feeling.
Yeah, and especially when it's something that it's like I've never heard anything like this before. Because of course a band will come, or a song, like a new hit song, and you'll be like, this is good. It's like, yeah, it's good because they're just doing what those people did before, and what those people did before, and what those people did before, and it's all good, or whatever. But it was like, I'd never heard anything like this before, and it was making my brain like think about life and deep things just like off of randomly, and I'm like, fuck. It was, I don't know, it was cool. And it was cool that I was open to listening to, give a whole hour to an album that I'd never heard before. And then listen to the Exile on Main Street by Rolling Stones, which doesn't have a single like big Rolling Stones hit song on it, but I liked that a lot too. And that was a good road trip album because it was very like New Orleans jazzy, you know, and very like no structure really. It felt just like a jam. It was like a jam album, you know what I mean? Very just loose and just jammy, and I was like, okay, this is actually a good road trip album, just in the middle of nowhere in Montana. Fucking, it was good.
So, for some reason, I feel like I've told this story on this podcast, but I don't know. I had a friend in Sandpoint that their parents, the story was, and I was like, that's the coolest fucking story I've ever heard in my life. This girl I knew in Sandpoint, she said her parents, and I believe her parents were there telling me this story, was that they were in like Chicago or some big city, and they were just there visiting, and they went to this bar, like a nicer restaurant type bar, and they go in, and there's like 15 tables of people, and they're about ready to close, and I guess the owner comes out, the owner of the restaurant comes out, and they're like, hey, we got a band that's going to come in and play. This is completely impromptu. Like, we're not going to tell you who the band is, but we're going to lock the doors. So either you stay, and you have to stay, or you leave right now and leave. And they were like, fuck it, let's stay. And then the Rolling Stones came in and played a set. And they said in front of like 15 fucking groups of people, like 15 tables. They said it was like the fucking craziest thing ever. And that's just really like, strange. That would be so fucking rad. That'd be the coolest experience. Just like, dude, we're fucking sitting here, just this intimate concert with one of the biggest bands on the planet. Yeah, that'd be fun. And if I was famous, I would love to. I don't understand why famous people don't do shit. You never hear like that shit. You know what I mean? I don't know if it was like a 70s, like more when bands were all about music. I don't know. You never hear like Taylor Swift do something like that, or fucking, Green Day do something like that. Like, no, we're going to play the fucking sold out Coliseum. Like,
yeah,
that'd be fun as fuck if you were like famous as fuck. Just like, nah, dude, let's go down to this bar and just fuck this place up. Just not let anyone know we're going to do it. It'd be so fun.
Yeah. That's smart to lock the doors too.
Well, yeah, because now you couldn't do that because someone would text. No. You'd text your buddy and be like, dude, Rolling Stones are out. And then fucking a mob of people would be there in 5 minutes.
Yeah. And then, so there's this other thing about during the drive. And I'm going to try to be as kind as possible.
Uh-oh.
And if you start being unkind, I'm going to change the subject. So, look, and I don't know if you, and well, I know even if you say you have, I feel like I'm just going to say you haven't, because there's a part of this drive when I drive to Idaho in the eastern part of Montana, and you drive through a bunch of small reservations, okay? Native reservations. And it's like, and I'm definitely not trying to be rude or anything like that or unkind, but it's in a lot of them, it's like the saddest thing you've ever seen in your life. And it's really strange. It's because like half the buildings are like boarded up, and there's dogs running everywhere, and there's people everywhere. And then, like, for the 10 miles before the town and 10 miles after the town, there's people wandering the highway, like, hitchhiking, like women. And it's just, like, real wild to see sometimes. And I have friends that live in some of those towns, and they've told me things like, don't ever, like, they've invited me to come for, like, barbecues and stuff, or, like, fishing, but they're like, don't come here if you're not with us and stuff like that. And it's like, okay, I won't. But you have to drive through like half a dozen of them, fucking going 80 and then slow down and go 25 through these, and then back to 80 and then go 25 back through these and stuff like that. And it is just, some of them are so like run down. It's a real wild experience. I'm not gonna lie. And the loose packs of fucking crazy dogs and stuff like that. But just how like boarded up buildings are and stuff like, and you're just like, this is just crazy. And you never stop. I'll never stop there. You never like, oh, we'll get gas there. It's like, no. Mm-mm. It's crazy.
You think I was going to be mean to Indians or something like that? Is that what you were getting at?
Maybe. I don't know.
Okay.
I'm not trying to be. I mean, like I'm rooting for those towns and those people. You know what I mean? But it's like crazy just how bad shit looks when you drive through there. It's just a crazy experience.
Yeah, I mean,
and a scary one. And that's not saying that those people are scary. It's just out of the ordinary, I guess.
No, I don't know if you're going to stop me, but I think it's a perfect example of what happens when you like give people shit. Like that's what happens. If you give like I know the Indians up in north of fucking Sandpoint, they get money. They just get money. Like they just every month they just receive money, just a high like crazy welfare. And what ends up happening is when you give people money like that, they're the prime example of why just like what's that called? What's the thing fucking like hardcore left-wing people are pushing for universal basic income or whatever?
Yeah.
Like it's a perfect example of when you do that to a group of people, that's what happens is they won't better them. They won't do anything. They're just like, well, I don't have to do anything. I'm just going to get money. So why would I do anything? I'm just going to get money. And that's what happens to those fucking towns. All the fucking whatever. I've said it before on the show. My stepdad's a fucking native, and he hates reservations. He gets fucking pissed when he goes to reservations, and that's what he says. He's like, this is what happens. The fucking any good Native American person doesn't live in these reservations because there's nothing here. They move out. They don't try to be part of this. And then
I'm sure there's good Native American people.
I'm not saying that there's just a lot of lazy Native Americans that stay there. People with drive and fucking ambition in life don't stay on the reservation. It's the same thing with like Sandpoint. All the driven, motivated people don't live in fucking Sandpoint anymore.
Fuck. Yeah.
They get out of Sandpoint.
It's crazy. And then I was thinking I'd love a good documentary or whatever about some like res towns. And my boy Sean Dunn, I was thinking this while I was driving. If I could pick one fucking documentarian to do it, it'd be that guy, because I love his documentaries, and I think he would shoot the fuck out of it, and he would win an Oscar. But I don't know. It kind of just thought provoking, and I've been told don't go there unless I'm with somebody. It just looks sketchy as fuck to me, but I'm rooting for him. You know what I mean? I don't want to see towns like that. I don't want to see anything where half the buildings are fucking vacant and boarded up. It's just a wild experience.
What I don't understand is where is all the money from? Okay, where's all the money from casinos? Like when you fucking go through reservations and shit, and then you go through a reservation that has a fucking casino, and it's like, okay, these people are making fucking money. Like these people are making grips of cash. And where, like, I don't know. It's just like, how come you never see a reservation close to a casino that it's like, oh no, this is all just Indian people, and why aren't they all just balling? And then what happens? I don't know. Like, what happens in casinos? Is it just like one family is just hoarding all this fucking cash, and like they have nothing to do with the like, you know what I mean? Like, why is there all these completely rundown reservations, but then you'll go through other reservations where you just drive by a casino and it's like, okay, there is serious cash being made here. You know, $1 million a day, easy, if not $10 million a day is coming out of this place.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know. There's one that when you drive from Portland to Lincoln City, Highway 8 or whatever, there's this fucking little reservation you go through. It's in the middle of nowhere. It's halfway between Portland and fucking Lincoln City. Nothing. It's just you're in the middle of nowhere, and then giant casino. It's fucking packed, super nice casino. But it's like, why isn't there like something here? Like, you know what I mean? It's like there's obviously a bunch of money pouring into this one building. And it's like, how come none of it? How come you don't see like a fucking little suburban block with like middle class families and shit like that? Why is it like rundown house, rundown? You go through this town of like 20 people, and then giant casino, and then it goes on. It's like, so is it just one family is just using this, and then they actually live in Portland? You know what I mean? Like, I don't get it.
Well, we can explore that in the documentary, because I think
are they like little? It seems like it's just like little mafia things that they just get away with it. I know nothing about this, but it's just like I have this fantasy in my head that there's just all these like, I don't know, like Indian mafias that are just like these families that are making shitloads of money, and they're just like behind the scenes, and like no one ever questions them. They get away with, you know, just like fucking, no, leave us alone. We're just making grips of cash here.
Probably. I mean, a lot of it's probably coming from the other part of town that's run down. They're just wandering down there, giving money to the casino.
Well, and then there's a bunch of casinos.
Casinos never downsize. They just build another wing and another floor and another hotel.
And then how come you never see super rich Indians? You know what I mean? Like they're obviously out there. There's obviously ballin' ass fucking Indians that are fucking rich as fuck. How come you never see them on TikTok or fucking, you know, some Indian dude driving a fucking Ferrari down the street? I've never seen it. Never seen it on TV, never seen it on TikTok. And it's like, where are these people? This is like lizard Illuminati shit. Are they living underground? I don't understand what's happening at casinos. You just do the math. It's like, there's fucking money, like massive amounts of money being made in these places. Where's it all going?
Fuck, I don't know. And I hope I didn't say anything bad, because I didn't mean to. I'm just being honest about me just being a passerby with no real information. But it's weird. Yeah. And then...
But you see...
yeah.
Like you see cartel people, you see Mexicans, you see super rich Mexicans. They make themselves known. You know what I mean? You see fucking super rich Asians, they make themselves known. Why are the super rich Indian people not making themselves known? Like, is it because they're like mafia people? You know what I mean? Like they're just doing some shady ass shit on the side. So they're like, no cameras. You know what I mean?
I don't know.
Get that shit out of here.
Yeah, I don't know if it's shady. I don't know.
I'm sure there has to be some shady shit. You know what I mean? If in Vegas where they're doing big things, that's all run by like white mafia Italian families, you know what I mean? Yeah. And they were fucking taking over that, and they're doing super shady shit. What about these reservation fucking casinos? Like, are they just all on the up and up? And how come you know nothing about them? I don't know. I was just thinking about that about a week ago.
Dude, this documentary that we're gonna have made is gonna be really good. Because we're going to explore the impoverished side, of reservations, and then explore the rich side and interview those people. Put a mic in their fucking face and say, where's all the money going? You know what I mean?
Yeah. Yeah. You never see them. I've spent a lot of time in casinos. I don't know if you have, but then how come you never see like the owner walk through or something like that? I've never seen it. I've never seen like an Indian dude walk by and I'm like, oh shit, that guy's, with like a Rolex on and fucking flipped up collar shirts and shit. Like, oh damn, that guy's a boss. You never see that. You just see the fucking. It's like in my mind.
There's no face.
Yeah, they're just these fucking. I just imagine like those movies where there's like a table and everyone's face is like blacked out. The lights kind of like behind them, and they're all like sitting in this room and they're just like, yeah, bring him to me, and then fucking. Yeah, I don't know.
Yeah, that's weird. And then when I was there, I saw my buddy John. We went on a hike.
How's John
which was cool. Good. And we went on like a 2-hour hike, and I won't say the things that we're talking about on this hike. That stays between me and John and the forest of North Idaho. But I came out of that hike with a whole new crypto strategy that I'm fucking, it's going to be a whole other
You selling all your fucking, you selling all your crypto and getting into that Dogecoin or whatever? Is that
no. And I am not happy with who. I'm not happy with the man.
Yeah, I've been hearing that, and I've been seeing a bunch of smear campaigns going across TikTok. I saw one last night, and I was like, this is weird, because it had nothing to do with the currency. It had to do with, they were like talking shit about his marriage, like with his ex-wife or whatever. And they're just like, he's a real piece of shit, left his ex-wife and married a supermodel. And I was like, why? The people are fucking, the internet's mad at fucking Elon right now.
Well, I'm mad at him. And look, I know that he's arguably the most important person we have in this country. And he deserves to be recognized for that. And that I'm just upset with him. And I'm not, it's not like I'm always going to be upset with him, but I tuned in to watch him on SNL when I was in Idaho too. And he's just not on my good side right now. But he will be.
He was on SNL like last week or something like that? Oh, I did not know that.
Yeah.
I have to go search that one out.
Yeah, go search it out. But I got a whole new strategy. And I'm also very bitter. And I'm just bitter about the cryptocurrency right now.
Yeah,
all these these new people, just the new people in it, and I'm commenting on people's TikToks. People that are like, this new coin, it's amazing. It's proof of stake. The founder came from over here. It's fucking doing this. It's at this price right now. Throw $20 in. If it goes to a bit, and I'm just commenting, fuck you. Just fuck off. Get off my fucking page. You weren't here 4 years ago. It's like I like a band, and then they blow up, and then I hate the fans of it, because it's like, I liked these people first. Fuck off. That's exactly how I feel about everybody that's talking about it right now, and Elon Musk and what the shit he's pulling. I'm just very bitter about it. You just gotta just tune it out.
Yeah.
But it's like, it's just, I don't know. I got a whole new strategy, though. I'm about to fucking blow this shit up.
Yeah. Yeah. Fuck yeah. I'm excited to hear how that goes down.
It's been a stressful couple of weeks in the crypto world. And as stressed as I was a few months ago about my current balance, we'll just say we've like 3x'd that balance and that amount of stress. You know what I mean? So it's like some big decisions need to be made. So I'm glad that I got to have a conversation with somebody and be like, all right, that's what, because I didn't have a plan. I'm like, I need a plan. Now I have a plan, and big decisions will be made.
Fuck yeah. I'm fucking happy for you. Do it up.
Yeah. Fuck Elon.
Yeah, okay. Oh, what else you got?
Fuck Dogecoin.
Because fuck, is that what it is? Dogecoin? Dogecoin?
Mm-hmm.
Dogecoin?
Dogecoin. It's so stupid.
Dogecoin.
Because everyone was like, tune in to Saturday Night Live to see if he mentions it. Just to see if he mentions Dogecoin. Because if he mentions Dogecoin, it's going to make the Dogecoin price go way up. If he mentions it. And I don't know why. He's not even... He connected himself to a coin. He's not the creator of it or anything like that. But he's like, on Saturday Night Live, he's like, yeah, they call me the Doge Father. And he's like, yeah, Mom, for Mother's Day, I got you a bunch of Dogecoin. And she's like, I don't want it. And then he does a thing. He mentions it like a fucking dozen times. And it's like, dude, shut the fuck up. And then Tesla comes out with this, and all it did was tank the price. If he wouldn't have mentioned it, it probably would have gone up. But he mentioned it so many times like a fucking idiot on there that it tanked the price because everyone was like, this is weird. And then Tesla put out this big press release that was like, we are no longer invested in Bitcoin. We will no longer accept Bitcoin for Teslas anymore because of how anti-environment Bitcoin is and how it's so bad for the environment. So then that fucks with the price too. And it's like, dude, all you're doing is manipulating the price of these things. You don't need to do all this. It's just he just wants the attention or whatever. He likes the attention. He thinks it's a game. And it's not like he's still invested in it, but they just said we're no longer accepting it for Tesla because of how bad the environment is. So it's like, why are you doing this if you're still fucking invested into it? But the money doesn't matter to him. He's just doing it for fun.
Huh. Yeah, I don't know any of this. I just heard that it was I just heard a little blip of it.
Uh-huh. It's all I see on TikTok. All my TikTok now is just big boobs and cryptocurrency. I don't even like it anymore. Whatever. Probably because those are the things I'm commenting on or liking or whatever.
Yeah, the algorithms fucking figured you out. Big boobs and fucking Dogecoin. Yeah. Dogecoin.
Oh my God. It's just that thing where it's like you're there first, so then everybody that comes after you, you're just bitter about, and you're just like, fuck you. I liked fucking, I liked Led Zeppelin when they were small or something like that. Fuck off.
Yeah, I hear you hacking.
Mm-hmm.
You got anything else?
No.
Yeah. You down to wrap her up? I'm fucking chomping at the bit.
I'm with your blessing, I think I'm going to start my movie podcast. But I was thinking about how to do it, and I think honestly the best way to do it, and for like financially and stuff like that, is to post it on our current thing. You know what I mean?
You mean on YouTube? And are you going to do it on an RSS feed or just YouTube?
The RSS feed too.
Do it. Yeah, fuck yeah. Make it like as time goes on, it'd be better to just keep the channel going. You know what I mean? Mm-hmm. Fucking.
Yeah, and maybe one thing will help the other, and you have to pay for the RSS feed. So I'm like, I'd have to pay for another one. It's like I already have one. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
And there's gonna be no schedule. It's just gonna be like whenever Brad wants to do it. Because I don't want it to feel like work or like commit to once a week or once a month or whatever. If I don't want to do it for weeks, I'm not gonna do it and whatever. But I've been thinking about it. And I'm like, what am I waiting for? So I think I'm gonna start that. It's gonna be sweet.
Fuck yeah!
If that's
Hell yeah! It's absolutely all right.
Okay.
Well, rock and roll. Episode 56. In the books. Hope you guys have a good day. Sorry to kind of do a short one. I guess we're hour and 15. That's not bad.
You got shit to do?
I'm trying to finish this fence today.
I got too.
And I got to build a door, and that's gonna be time consuming. So, yeah, I'm excited.
Are you fully fenced? Are you gonna be fully fenced in?
No. This dude. Okay, I'll throw a price tag at you right now. This fence is only a little bit of my yard. It's 24. It's 36 feet of fence. It's just like off of one side of my house and then down to another fence. Really small fence. I'm $1,500 invested into this 30.
Jesus.
So, dude, wood's expensive, and I am going. I'm like the nicest of the nicest shit. Everything's stainless on it. Stainless is super expensive, but I was like, dude, if I'm doing it, I'm fucking doing it right. Like, I'm doing it as nice as I can possibly make it. But now it's funny. I was saying to the girl earlier, I was like, now it's making our house look shitty because the fence looks so nice. It's making our house look crappy.
Yeah. Well, it's a good thing you got that extra 900.
Oh, yep, exactly.
Well, I hope my new fence is just wind resistant. That's all I want.
Hell yeah. Well, love you guys.
Love you guys.
Oh, yeah. Comment, fucking send comments. Tell me if you like the fucking backdrop, because I was butthurt with Brad. I was like, okay, fuck, I guess this isn't cool. Fucking let me know what you think.
Yeah, let Eric know what you think.
Well, fuck you too, buddy. Okay, well, have a good one. Okay, bye.
did it